talk about that some other time.
No, I want to talk about it now. See,
Fred,
another reason
Fred,
why...
I said we'll talk about that some other time.
You don't tell me what I can talk about. You don't tell me what I can talk about in my own house.
Don't you point your finger at my nose, Fred Sanford.
I'll point my finger at your nose, and I'll point my foot somewhere else.
This is Ted King. I've been listening to a whole lot of topics about women and men and their relationships, and why, these men. I've just talked to a friend of mine, and he was talking about how one of our friends went to Egypt to get married. They're going overseas to find a woman.
A Western man said Western women cannot compete with Asian women. You guys watch this video.
This is going to be a controversial video. But guys, I got to be honest. As a Farang, as a Western man living in Thailand, I'm going to say this. Western women cannot compete. And if you're a Western woman listening, this is no disrespect, but man, you women don't know how to treat men. I'm going to tell you something. Like, every woman I've dealt with has truly given me an experience I can't fucking forget. Whether that's the bedroom gymnastics or the little shit like putting toothpaste on my fucking toothbrush in the morning. Like refusing to let me bathe myself. Every woman I've dealt with has made my bed. Refuses to let me do this stuff. She folds my clothes, organizes my damn shoes. It blows my mind. I've had chicks get my dirty laundry together. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I organize, I do. It's like natural. And guys, once you experience this is why women are mad. This is why Western chicks are mad that men get their passports and they fucking leave. Because women here know how to treat men. And I'm sorry, ladies. This is on you. This is on your mother. It's on your father, or lack of a father. But really, it's on your mother for running him out of the damn house. The women here really know how to treat men. And men will have an experience they will never forget. Thailand ingrains something in us. We will never forget how we're treated, especially here. I'm telling you, I can't even describe the little things that really stand out to me. Here's one. Follow me. Come here. Let's talk about this. Look at this. Flowers. She brings me flowers. Me. I get flowers as a man. I get flowers. And you want me to go back to the bullshit in the West? What does a man bring to the table? Man, fuck out of here. Guys, stand up for yourself. Recognize your worth, your value. Treat these women with chivalry. I do. I am so good to these women because they are so damn good to me. Love yourself. Love them. Love yourself enough to fucking leave. It's over.
So guys, all that he's saying, I understand he's having a shock, because I too actually do not know the way, not to say that all Western women, but I didn't know how some Western women were actually raised. Sometimes when you grow up from the other side of the world, you might not really know, not for the fact that we have internet, and then you just watch, is when you start watching social media a lot. That's when you now start seeing what is happening. So, but even though you watch social media, you might not really get the being in another side. Most of the stuff you see on social media will be videos or people that are actually around you, maybe in your country or things like that, in your continent, just things that you're interested in, because I don't think you'll be so interested in other things happening in other places, except if you are this kind of inquisitive type of person. So most of the things that I see, I didn't know much about the mindset. But then later, when my curiosity and then me learning, when I started learning, then I started realizing that a lot of women actually are not raised with the mindset that some women from the other part of the world, from my own part of the world, are raised with. And it's kind of sad to see the situation where this guy is actually saying how happy he is, how shocked and surprised he is for the bare minimum of treatment a man is supposed to get. Like this thing, this, you know, the situation where you hear women say this is just the bare minimum. This is actually the bare minimum. And it's so surprising. That's to tell you the rate at which some women do not have home training. Honestly, some Western women do not have home training. This is just a normal bare minimum, honestly. But then some will say it is slavery, it is this, it is that. Like, do you not understand that in relationships, right? Like, be it marriage, dating, both siblings, parents and children, like mostly, I think one thing that I noticed with women, we kind of are obsessed with the fact with what we put, right? I'm using we now to say women. We put our mindset into what we actually put into a relationship, what we give in a marriage. Simply because men do not complain or brag about what they do and what they add into that relationship. So I think that is why most women will feel like they're the ones doing everything. Do you realize that he's also doing something in that relationship? Do you realize that he's also putting in the work? It's just because he's not trained. He doesn't have the mindset to just be complaining because he sees it as his natural duty. So why do you have a problem with seeing what you're doing? Also, what you're putting into that relationship as your natural duty. You take it as, oh, whatever I'm doing, this is slavery. I'm the one doing everything. I'm doing a lot. But he's doing something, but it's totally like he's not doing something to you because he's not complaining. You don't expect men to complain. You cannot change them for who they are, because it seems maybe men need to be more dramatic and complain. Like, I provide for this family. I do this. Then they will say, you are a man and you are supposed to provide. And then when he says, you are a woman and you're supposed to take care of our home while I provide for our home, she will say, well, I think you're asking for too much. I cannot cook for you. I cannot clean for you. You don't want to offer anything in that relationship, yet you want a relationship. And you be like, it seems men just benefit too much in relationships. No, they benefit a lot of drama. Literally, you're not offering anything. Like, how are you even going to feel comfortable to just sit in a relationship where you do nothing and everything is done for you? No, tell me, like, how are you going to be comfortable? How is your conscience, your mindset? Are you just going to be so happy and you feel okay? When you guys go to other countries to go and get other men, they're not used to your type of mentality. Your men actually try to adjust to you guys. They kind of take, some things that you guys do that is totally abnormal, but they took some certain things. This is not to say all women, like I said, but they took some certain things and accepted it. And it's still nothing. They're going to places, they're being appreciated. I saw video vlogs and see how the women are nice. Like, you're talking to them, they're not being mad or angry or having so many new requests because you're talking to them. When they stop them on the street, like, hey, like, I want to make a video with you, they immediately return and be like, hey, they're friendly. Like, they're very friendly, welcoming. They don't have too many demands. You can see that they really want a man. They understand that a man is needed in their life. They do not say they don't need men. Like, literally, they are running and rushing these men. They want them. So only you who says you don't need any man, at the end of the day, when you look around, you might be left alone and really have nobody.
I mean, they're going across the country to find a woman. And mostly it's, these American women let me say this. You don't have to go halfway across the world to find a woman. You can find a woman right here. You ain't got to go that far. You can go right here in the United States. In fact, right in your backyard and find a woman. You just have to understand that no matter who you are, what the situation is, that you have to be as a man. You have to be a man. You have to keep that man frame. You cannot turn around and act like, you need a woman that bad where you have to go halfway across the world to get one. I'd be like, you go a long way to get a woman, man. That's a long way to go. When In reality, nothing has changed when it comes to men and women. There's nothing changed. Everything is still the same, right? The makeup of a man is the same as it always have been. The makeup of a woman is the same as it always been. Time goes by and things do happen. People do change. But the fact of the matter is that the roles of a man and a woman still is the same. A man wants to, he needs to have his affirmation. Baby, you the best thing I've ever had. Baby, you so sweet. You're wonderful. And a woman, of course, needs to have her validation. Sweetheart, you so pretty. You look good. And ain't been another woman like you. And that's what they want. That's what people want. Now, there's a certain thing that you can do to, choke that off a little bit to make people yearn for you a little bit more. Like you don't tell a man you're the best thing, I've ever been with. Or you don't tell a woman, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. But if you tell a woman that, you need to tell her that for at least 30 days in a row. And it becomes something that's embedded in her. She's like, okay, he's told me that. This is wonderful. I hear that every day. And then, of course, if she takes advantage of it, you stop. Yeah, you stop. You just don't tell her. And then all of a sudden she'll be like, oh, what happened to my, you're so beautiful. What happened to my, hey, baby, you just, oh, sweetheart, you got the prettiest eyes, anything, what happened to her, she'll say. And, of course, there's a lot of things that you need to understand about women. And once you understand about women, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. You don't have to go halfway around the world to get one. That's what I'm saying. You got men going halfway around the world to get a woman. I know if we just talked to a friend today. He said that one of our friends went to Egypt to get married. He went to Egypt, to the motherland, to get married. And then he's embracing Islam. I don't have a problem. That's good. Listen, that's a good thing. I told him. I said, that's a good thing. That he wouldn't, But what I'm trying to say is that, to get a good woman, you don't have to go halfway around the world. You get one right here in your backyard. She just has to be, and again, this may sound, I'm going to get some women that ain't going to like this, but she got to be trainable, teachable, and coachable. And if she's trainable, teachable, and coachable, you got her. She's cool. You got you a good one. You got to train, teach, and coach. And she's going to try to do the same thing to you. She's going to try and train, teach, and coach. It's just a matter of will you allow her to do so.
We'll talk about that some other time.
Now I want to talk about it now. See,
Fred,
another reason
Fred,
why
I said we'll talk about that some other time.
you don't tell me what I can talk about. You don't tell me what I can talk about in my own house.
Don't you point your finger at my nose, Fred Sanford.
I'll point my finger at your nose and I'll point my foot somewhere else.
Or will you listen to the teaching and coaching that she's given and apply it down the road, not necessarily at that moment, okay? Now, okay, baby, I'll do what you know. You listen. I say, that's what you think, and you think we assess it, and you implement it somewhere down the road, and that's how you do it. That being said, like, comment, hit that notification bell, subscribe, and share the video. Ted King, I'm out, your dating guru. I love it. Premiering next on Mouthpiece Sports, episode 3 of Social Norms Have Changed. from 60 years ago. So you have these men now taking their whole frame, you know, over to different countries. And the reason why they're doing this is because as soon as they get to those countries, those women in those foreign countries like saying, an American man coming way over here. Let's show him a good time. Because this is what these women do over there. So of course you gotta understand that hey, it's gonna be, I mean, what man does not want to get chosen? You know, over here you have to choose your woman. Oh, I'll choose her, and then of course she has to be okay. I'll either take you or I'll leave you or whatever. The point is over there they prone to say more often than not, choose me. I'm going to present myself to you, and when I present myself to you, I'm sure you're going to like me. I'm going to be good to you. I'm going to treat you well. I'm going to do everything you ask me to do. And here's a little footage of what these men are seeing, because you know they watch these things on the internet all the time, and this is indicative as to the reason why they'll say, oh, "I'm going to this country. I'm going to that country." Here's a great example as to the reason why.
Tem um monte igual,